Hello, friends. How's everybody doing? So, good calisthenics workout yesterday. Hit it pretty solid. Definitely feeling it. Mainly in the back, more than anything. And legs are definitely catching up. They're not quite there yet, but they're getting there. Biggest thing when I'm working out, like back to back to back to back to back, is just like coming in here and, of course, like assessing where am I in the recovery process? What feels the most sore? What feels like it's been the most utilized, the most tired out? And then what's feeling a little bit better? So I didn't realize we didn't really hit biceps yesterday. So biceps definitely on the schedule for today, as well as abs. We had abs. They're feeling pretty good. Abs recover so quick though that you can hit them every single day and be pretty dang good. Not necessarily worried about overtraining or anything like that. Just, giving everything ample time to kind of get that rest and rejuvenation that the body needs, especially because I am still trying to build more muscle on my frame. So I'm not done building muscle, so need that good balance of genuine stimulus and tension, and then the rest to get full rejuvenation and get back into it. So back is toast, legs semi-toast, shoulders toast, triceps they're okay, biceps essentially untouched. We used them a little bit as like, an auxiliary helping muscle on pulling exercises, but we didn't hit them directly. So definitely the freshest. I think we'll also hit chest today because back is definitely feeling a lot worse than chest. So, which is great news because I've always had trouble fully hitting the back. So it's good to feel genuinely lats are like pretty sore. Pretty sore. Not crazy, but pretty sore. All right, let's get started with some abs. Wow, that is by far the easiest this has ever felt. I'm excited to go full stack today. Normally like 20 is the max of my range. I will admit, like, definitely can feel the abs a little bit more right now just because they're pretty fatigued from yesterday, but feeling good. That was crazy. Crazy to think that ab strength has gone up that much. Let's keep going. Let's keep it going. Get into some chest and bicep work. Now I do realize it's been a little bit since we've hit incline bench press, and I was being a little bit pre-fatigued from yesterday's calisthenics workout. We're going a little heavy. I'm going to be doing 75s today. Hopefully we still got it. This is definitely at the upper ends of, what I'm confident in pressing. So we'll have to see how it goes. Set up for maximum efficiency though. We got this bench right here, and right next door, got another one for our next move coming up. Gonna be supersetting, minimal rest. We'll keeping the heart rate up, burning calories. Let's go. All right. Immediately hopping up bicep work. I think I mentioned this last time, but I'll mention it real quick again. Saw this on a video like 2 or 3 weeks ago. Jay Cutler talking about this helped blow up his biceps the most when he was at his peak, and dude was, massive. So taking some advice from one of the greats, incorporating it in. Going heavier than we did last time. I think we did 40 last time, so we're going 50. Those do hit pretty nicely, I gotta say. We hit a hard-earned 9 reps last time. So I think we picked a good weight to keep really trying to push. Hopefully we can hit another 9. That'd be great. But we'll find out. Feeling good though, feeling strong. The left side is a little bit more fatigued than the right. So that could be an issue with push-ups and actually controlling everything. But yeah, left side feeling it a little bit more than the right. Perfectly fine, but need to keep that in mind for the future. Make sure everything's getting repped out with correct form. But other than that, you know, feeling good. Let's go. Hopefully 9. Hopefully 9. 10 maybe? Go crazy. Not getting the usual depth I would, just because of that pre-fatigue. And I can really feel the stretch going, so. Trying to hit the rest of the reps. On our third set, we'll drop weight down. Really focus on getting the stretch going. Eight reps. Not bad. Whew, okay. Right into it. Already pouring sweat. Over 100 calories already. Let's go. 26 minutes. Includes our 5-minute warm-up. Man, I think if I pre-exhausted before hitting this, I think it'd work a little better. Because it hits pretty nicely, but I think if I could get them just a touch fatigued and then get it, I think we'd really be hitting it hard. Gosh, I'm pouring. All right, 2 sets back to back. Need to throw some abs in between. Give us just a second to recuperate on the upper body. Full stack in it. Gonna shoot for at least 20, just because, you know, that's where the strength is at. So hopefully we can hit that. We'll see if our muscular endurance is down from hitting them yesterday, but big hopes, big dreams. Let's go. That was definitely more than 20. We'll have to watch it back and see how many we actually hit. That's good though. I told you. Ab strength is up. So we like to see. And with this heavy weight, moving it like that, give me 3D abs. We're gonna actually have some volume to these, not just those super flat abs. I want to have actual little pop to them. Have a real strong looking 6-pack as I continue to lean down. So that's been the goal from the start. I've preached this machine a million times. I hit it all the time. One of my absolute favorites, and I still think it has to be one of the biggest contributing factors to my ab development. And of course, leaning down is going to help, but I mean, imagine if I never hit this. Would they be popping as much as they are right now, or would it look like I essentially have nothing still? Questions to ponder, you know? All right. As promised, weight has been reduced. We're going to be doing 60s for this one. You'll notice the goal here is trying to touch the weight essentially to this outer edge of the pec, get super stretch going, and then back up. So these will be much slower reps, much more controlled. And honestly, I might even pause them and kind of just feel that stretch for a second, then pop up out of it. Oh, been focusing throughout on stretching the chest out. And again, going with advice from the greats. Arnold always swears on the best way to build a chest is stretch, massive stretch as much as possible. So I've done that from the very start of since January, and I mean, it feels great. Like, my chest has been extremely sore on many occasions, and I've never had chest development. Like, I've always had a weak chest. So to now have something here, so nice. Yeah, I feel accomplished with you know, what I've built so far. So gotta keep it up. class of these bad boys. Set 3. Definitely a good stretch on the chest going in that last one. We're going to keep that up too. This next exercise we're going to be doing is a machine. And I just always feel a really good stretch on it. Anybody who's been watching me for a little bit, take a guess what machine I'm talking about. It's not the one that most people would think of, but I've told you guys. I definitely feel it. Gonna do some eccentrics. Oh man, there we go. Really feeling that. One more. Oh, yeah, those were great. Oh, yeah. Next time I'm gonna pre-fatigue before I do this. But that made a big difference. Okay, let's switch it up. Did you guess right? Woo! Old classic. All right, I used to hit this all the time because these handles can be switched from forward to back. When they're back like this, I mean, check this out. I gotta reach all the way back here to reach it. And sitting in this even, like, that's almost as, like, literally almost as far back as I can go. So, huge stretch on this guy. I'm only going 95 on this, much lighter than I would normally go. We're gonna just pump this out, get the huge stretch going. Hopefully, it feels like our titas are absolutely on fire and we just suffer. Let's go. I'm gonna go wider on the grip too. Typically, I go right here. Gonna move it out to here. Again, just adding to the stretch and adding onto the chest focus. I will admit, not quite the burn I was looking for, but the genuine fatigue, like muscular failure, reached. Okay. Biceps. Far, far from my favorite. But there are some of these machines that do give you a good stretch. This one doesn't do it for me. So we're gonna go heavy instead. 120, see how it feels. Recalculate afterwards. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think we go up one more. Hit 130 on this guy. Crazy to think that like 80 to 90 on this used to be kind of as heavy as I could go. I remember when 100, I think I could only hit like 3 to 5 reps, but now, you know, up at 130. See, okay, check this out. 0 weight until right there. That's not what we're looking for. There's so much movement. We're not engaged until right there. And then you move the handle in. I've already begun the bottom quarter of my curl. We're missing out on that stretch. Not the like biggest thing in the entire world, but it equates in. So, okay, back to chest. Let's destroy it. Oh, hey, you know, I said that I would be telling you guys every now and again what I'm listening to. Let's see what I'm listening to. So today, I'm listening to Fuck It by Riot 10 and Sullivan King. This goes hard. I've seen them before. Riot 10. They're dope. Let's go. Completely different from the dad rock that we were listening to last time. Told you I listened to a little bit of everything. Burn wasn't there. Fatigue, absolutely there. Oh, crap. Which I will take, because that means that we're hitting it until it's done. So, that'll probably be the last set of this guy. That was 2 sets to failure. And looking at this video right now, this looks obnoxiously red. I promise it is not that vibrant. Hopefully when I'm editing, it's toned down just a touch, because this is ridiculous. I look like a fucking, I don't know, a baboon's ass. Good lord. Okie dokie. Up 10 pounds. 130. Let's get it. Dude, yeah, that is obnoxious. Oh, it's horrible. It is not that crazy in person, I swear. Or I'm colorblind. I don't know which. I guess I should get that checked out. Here we go. One final set. Going decently light on both. Absolutely burning out. Each of these are going to be stretch focused, but just 100% burning out. All the cards on the table, everything we got. I love those. I love those sounds. Oh. Okay. Pack deck. Then we're done. That's it. What are we looking like, you ask? 1 hour. 338 calories. Pretty good, pretty good. We've had higher days. We've had lower days. Not bad. I like to always come in here and burn at least 300. 400 is an awesome goal to have, but 300 at the very least. I've done my work here, you know what I mean? I don't know how I can never tell that it's leveled until I'm already sitting down. That's why I need to get an actual camera. Alright. Only going 90. Definitely light enough for us. Again, repping out, filling the stretch. We're all the way out here. Check that out. Massive. Alright? And we are repping. We're just going until we can't go no more. Oh, God. Back at the casa. Good workout. Feeling good. Feeling very good. I'm starving. I'm ready to eat. It is almost 3 o'clock. Lately, I've been fasting until probably like anywhere from 2 to 4 typically. And then I'll have a smaller meal around like 400 to 600 calories. And then saving the evening for like about an 800 calorie dinner. I'm keeping myself kind of around the 1200 calorie range right now, just because we've been plateauing for so freaking long, and I need to see if cutting myself down a little bit by 300 calories, if that'll truly, result in some change. The craziest thing to me is I think my abs still look more defined than ever before. But before I eat, I figure we weigh in really quick, see how things are going, see where everything's at. My absolute best as of recent post main gain is 207.7. 207.7. I have no idea if we're going to be on pace for that, what it's going to look like, but we're going to find out, aren't we? So, that being said, let's get to it. Alright, showed you guys a physique update yesterday with a little bit of better lighting than in here, but still not looking bad. Like I said, the biggest thing, just noticing how much more the outer edges of the abs are starting to pop. But okay, 207.7, absolute best. Hopefully, we're right around there. Been really struggling to drop recently. 207.5. You gotta be happy for every little win, you know? But I'd really like to see it pushed a little bit farther. I haven't been doing the new calorie deficit for long. This is like literally, I think I started on Monday, so this is what, like day 4. So this at least is showing that we're getting a touchdown, because usually when we hit a new low, we come up just a touch and then come back down again. So this is at least showing that, you know, we're moving in the right direction. So I'm gonna keep it up for a little bit longer, see if we can drop a little extra. If not, might have to reassess, you know what I mean? So, but I really shouldn't be bummed, because like we're still losing weight, but you set an expectation in your head and you don't reach it. So kind of sad to see, but I'm happy with how things are looking. So that's the one positive, you know what I mean? Like I definitely think that I put on a touch of muscle in the arms, in the chest, and that's a good thing. So that's why I caution myself and you to not be 1000% focused on the scale, because the scale doesn't tell the full story, you know what I mean? So maybe do some measurements, get one of those little tape measures, that like Taylor measures, so you can measure around, see the circumference of everything, understand what you're kind of looking at, and you know, maybe the scale weight went up, but your biceps also went up or something like that, you know what I mean? So there's a lot of chances here that that single number isn't enough to tell the whole story. So that's my biggest thing that I've learned, even from years past trying to lose weight and things like that. Focusing a little too much on this can pull away from other wins that you are making in your journey. So it's important, like don't let that run rampant, just keep going up, but you know, like your other numbers are okay. Just if you're not hitting exactly what you're looking for, maybe you're hitting it somewhere else, you know what I mean? Maybe your lifts are going up, maybe every single one of your lifts is up, but you gained a pound or 2. I mean, hey, not the worst trade-off. You can always work off that 1 to 2 pounds later on. And if you're putting on muscle, you got to realize that like the scale number is going to go up because you're putting on muscle. When it really comes down to simplicity, to brass tacks, the wire framing, nothing else, just super simple, super straightforward, nothing fancy. What I have learned and what I'm going by from here on out is just 2 things for me. The first thing, not even I enjoy it too much. Veggies of some kind, and in a plentiful amount. Now, I know some people will just have a side salad or something like that with the rest of their food, but for me, I'm going to be switching up which veggie I'm using. And you've seen me put peppers and things, and I'm talking like heaps. This is 230 grams of broccoli right here. Why? Because I love broccoli? No. Because I care about the nutritional value? No. Literally, just so it takes up space in my tum-tum and I get a little bit more full. Yes, I'm going to benefit from the micronutrients and everything in here, and it's a fantastic, you know, just natural food source that's going to be great for my health. But genuinely, I'm going to be adding some type of green in a large quantity so I lose some of the hunger. And then the classic, the no-brainer that everyone who's losing weight, gaining muscle is going to be eating some type of meat. Some type of meat that's lean and going to give us all our protein. This ground chicken, 96% lean. This entire package is 560 calories for the entire pound of ground chicken. So, we got 1 pound ground chicken, 230 grams broccoli. And I'm going to keep it super simple like that. Like this might be asparagus sometimes, this might be broccoli, this might be a shitload of peppers, this might be a side salad, whatever it is. I'm going to have a heaping handful of veggie with pure protein. And it's going to make it incredibly simple for me to eat. Just 2 pieces, some seasoning, and we're good to go. So, the other tip that I'd like to give is that I have started using seasoned blends that are pre-made. Of course, we all know at least something like this, you know, a seasonal, anything like that. But there's also, you know, these guys that are typically for steaks and things like that. But using it on your veggies gives you that kind of, you know, depth of taste. Like this is salt, pepper, garlic. Where this one, cowboy butter, Dijon butter, and chili. This one's more of like a straight um, steak seasoning, but there's also like the chicken and steak seasonings. Like this guy right here, Montreal chicken. There's Montreal steak. Things like that, where you are going just straight forward. Put that on your veggies. You don't got to be crazy with it. You don't got to go crazy. I'm just going to spray this with some oil, toss them around, get them coated, hit them with one of these seasonings, toss it in here. Otherwise, I would do it in the pan, but for the sake of getting this done so I can eat because I'm freaking starving, I'm going to do this in the pan and this in the air fryer. And then we're good to go. And then I'll show you guys the macros. But for keeping it stupid, simple, easy, like not everyone has time to cook. Toss this, let it do its thing. You can even do it in the oven, you know what I mean? But you don't gotta overcomplicate the seasoning, nothing like that. Get a pre-made seasoning, toss it on there, spray them lightly so they're nice and coated. Put them wherever you're gonna do it, the pan, the air fryer, the oven, whatever. And then the same thing with the chicken. I'm just gonna press this out. I've shown you guys before in plenty of videos. Press it out, gonna let it cook, gonna let it kind of burn so it gets that nice crispness, which not only adds the texture flavor, but it actually adds genuine flavor to it. And we're going to keep the seasonings nice and simple because I don't want to overcomplicate any of this. Sometimes when you get into like chopping everything and you're like throwing in different veggies and trying to get, what's the word? Like just more advanced with it, I guess. Like we could keep it pretty damn simple. Like I could have a chicken breast, I could have steak, I could have ground beef, whatever it might be. But the whole point of this, my plates from here on out, when it comes to lunchtime when I'm doing my own stuff, veggie, protein source. That's it. That's it. Consistently, always. That's going to be that simple. It's going to hopefully be quick. And once you see the macros, I think, you're going to say, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So, let's get to it. All right. Let's get after it. Looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Oh, smelling pretty good. Smelling pretty good. So, as you guys can see, we got decent little color on there going. On the chicken, you can see all that browning going on. I went with a Montreal chicken for the broccoli. Maybe not the best idea to do the air fryer. Hindsight bias. So next time, we'll do either in a sheet pan in the oven, or we'll just toss them in a pan real quick. But regardless, looking good, smelling good, excited. I tried the broccoli, not bad, not bad. It does get a little burnt right here, just because of the way that the air fryer, cooks it. But, macros. Let's get after it. Let me move this. It's right in the way of our macros. 611 calories. Substantial meal, right? This is a full bowl. 94 grams of protein. 94. 20 grams of fat. 15 carbs. It's pretty good. Now I mentioned 2 ingredients. There's a secret 3rd ingredient that I have to tell you about. Sauce. Find you a good sauce. Find you a yum yum sauce that you love. This is honey mustard, sugar free. You want to look for the calorie low options. This is only 20 calories for 2 tablespoons. 2 tablespoons is a substantial amount of sauce. So we are going to be adding some honey mustard to our chicken and our broccoli. But other than that, we're good to go. Everything's looking good. Everything's smelling good. I've had the chicken before. Yep. Fantastic. What else can I say? I'm going to be keeping it simple. Because when you start to make things more and more complex, I mean, you don't want to do it as much, right? But like, toss in a pan, toss in whatever, cook, enjoy. That's it. Okay. Enough ranting. I'm going to chow down. I'm going to be honest. I don't have much else planned for the day. Got our workout in. It was great. We're eating good. We're going to have some dinner later. That's all I got. Another day in the books. Gotta keep the shred going. I hope we're not stagnating. I know it's been a short period of time, but I hope we're on the right path and we're gonna start seeing that downtrend continue again. And next thing you guys know, we're gonna be looking pretty lean. Only time will tell. I'll catch you in the next one. As always. Thank you guys. I appreciate you immensely. You guys, especially you that have been here from the freaking get-go, and you're just chugging along with me. You guys are the best. And everyone who's new, welcome. I hope you are out there pushing for your goals. If it's losing weight, if it's gaining muscle, body recomp, if you're looking to bodybuild, whatever it is, I hope you're chasing it. And I hope you are taking the steps forward and seeing the progress, my friend. But until next time, look better, feel better, be better. Let the shred continue.